the concept of Envision and other similar festivals of a like-minded nature really came about in order to further the expansion of that music and art that we all love so much and cherish, but unite that with a more unified vision for how we're really participating on our planet and how we're making positive change in it. People come there and express or experience their art, their music, their movement, their love of healthy food, whatever it is that they are looking for within the festival world. We feel at Envision that sustainability in regard to our own operations and creating a more regenerative, resilient outlook for the world beyond that is really our mission, and there's no reason we can't unite all those colorful things we like in this world with the idea of preserving our planet for ourselves and generations to come. Waste management is really the first thing that any event should be tackling if they're talking about creating a sustainable event that does not place undue impact on the land. And we've got a lot of dedicated people that are on that mission day in, day out, during the days of build, and the days of the festival, and the days of cleanup. We separate all the different recycling streams. We've got cardboard separate from glass, separate from plastics, separate from metals. We try to minimize the amount of cleanup we need to do of other people, and instead try to be preemptive with our methods and educate people about how we want them to sort their trash, what we want them to do with their campsite trash, how they could help us. Education is the primary goal. Last year, we made a policy of no disposable cups, plates, or utensils of any kind here. We had a much more comprehensive dishwashing system this year with a way for everyone at the festival to obtain their plate, their cup, their utensil when they need it and be able to enjoy, eat, drink, and do that in a healthy way. This year, for the first time, we have powered the entire event, all the stages and lighting, with biodiesel generators, which of course are far, far cleaner than diesel generators. And then for other things, like other structures on site, we're connected to the grid power system, which in Costa Rica is largely renewable. Over 70% of it comes from renewable sources, largely hydroelectric. So using grid power in Costa Rica, unlike in certain places, is not feeding the dirty energy industry. You're actually feeding an energy system that is trying to be as renewable as possible. Another huge thing this year was that we, for the first time, experimented and built a bunch of compost toilets throughout the site. We built 2 large 25-stall banks of compost toilets that we have been, again, working hard to educate participants about the right way to use them, why we are using them, why they are a better alternative to porta potties, and the reasons are many. As far as water use, chemicals, the potential to convert human waste into one of the most potent fertilizer we know out there. We are saving 100,000 gallons of water every day just by having those here. For the past 4 years, we've worked with an organization called Community Carbon Trees Costa Rica. And what they do is plant native tree species in controlled forests, and not only plant them, but they maintain them for the course of their whole life. And each tree corresponds to basically offsetting a certain amount of emissions that comes from the event itself, and more importantly, from the amount of people coming down here for Envision. Air travel is one of our biggest hurdles to conquer. We really ask people to make a donation to Community Carbon Trees when they buy their ticket or when they're on site, so that Community Carbon Trees can then plant and maintain those trees, which will then in turn be taking greenhouse gases out of the atmosphere. I think the mindset is there amongst a lot of people, and the mission is agreed upon amongst a lot of people. The Envision event production, as well as certain other events, are pushing what I feel to be the right environmental goals for our culture. But it really takes a full cultural acceptance by everyone. Sustainability is the key word, and we need everyone's help in doing it. We can't do it alone. So more cultural education and people really being willing to help us in a constructive way, and not in a way that just sounds good. Action is the key word. Action, not talk, I would say, is the wave of the future to making this all happen.